Happy Monday, everybody. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I hope you all had a happy and safe 4th. Jake, thank you for 33 months. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for the tier 2. I appreciate that. So I woke up really early this morning, despite the England match going quite late, and being quite quite amped up when that game ended, because that was a crazy game. Vibing with my demons. That was my shirt. So I'm tired. I figured I'd come on and mess around a little bit. I have been messing around a little bit with the save file in Satisfactory over the course of the last couple days. So I haven't really built anything, but I did make a little bit of progress so that I can have trains and the hover pack. And yeah, so working on aluminum now. I am giant, yeah. So working on aluminum right now. But what I want to do is build out the power plant that we're going to need. Because I'm going to need a lot of power because we are doing the 100x challenge. So you can see by what we need to ship to complete phase 4. 10,000 nuclear pasta. Which is a lot. And I'm not really building anything at the moment. I've just been kind of slapdashing stuff together to get through the first part of the game. So, yes, it does. So, the unicorn Tachanka badge is made for me. I know. It's the greatest thing ever. It is the greatest thing ever. If you haven't seen it.
Just floating around tugboating people.
There it is. Can't see anyone else talking. Why? Sounds like a you problem, so. Kim! Thank you for 51 months. This is either just under a year or maybe just over. Yeah, it's somewhere in there. Anyway, the Tachanka unicorn badge is my favorite thing because it's my favorite character in Siege. And I have a skin for him where he's shirtless, but has a unicorn, a rainbow helmet with a unicorn horn on it. And it's the greatest thing because he's like a 6'7" Russian dude. And it's great. Celeste, good morning. Happy Monday. So that's what we're doing. We're doing the 100x challenge. It's ridiculous. The name of my save file is regretful because I'm sure I'm going to be regretting it. So in order to make all that stuff, number one, we have randomized nodes. So all of the nodes are still in the same places. They don't move around, but they become different things. And they're all pure, just because of the sheer volume of things we're going to have to make and the size of the factories we're going to have to build. So what we kind of started was figuring out where we're going to put power and figuring out where the power plants can go. So we have a spot right over here where I put a spawn toilet. This is just slapped down temporarily. So we will head over here. I was messing around with some train blueprints because I don't like having to pave out the lines for trains. So I made a blueprint for a train pillar so that can kind of vary the height and the terrain that it can go on. And then just bridge the tracks across that. So I was messing around with that. So once we get trains running, we'll use that to connect everything together. So, over yonder, we have one oil node here. We have iron and copper there. There's also some concrete over there, which we got to get going as well. Over yonder, another iron node, which works out because there's a coal node right there, and over there. So we could probably get steel production going over here as well. So over here we have the other pure oil node that we have tapped, just running 2 fuel gens so that we have some power, basically. And what we're going to do is build out a power plant, probably out on the water. Because we do have sulfur right over there, I think. Anything? Yeah, we have some sulfur right over there, so we can make turbo fuel. Which requires compacted coal and fuel. So if we turn the oil into fuel and then combine it with compacted, we get turbo fuel, which will let us make a lot more power. I really I want to get the blender, but that's, I don't think, until the next phase, because the blender would allow us to do diluted fuel as well as nitro rocket fuel, which is so good. But I actually don't know, I can't even scan for nitrogen gas yet. So that doesn't super help me. But we'll probably transition to that very soon, or at least as soon as we can. So okay, so I gotta figure out how we're gonna do this build out, because this is gonna be producing, we'll overclock it, so it's producing 600 oil per minute, which is a lot. That means we can use, I think that means like 10. Yeah, so 10 refineries. And that'll make 400 fuel per minute. Which will be some amount of some amount of power plants off of that. Or we go straight into turbo fuel. So if I make a compacted coal factory over here, using that node and that node, then bring it together, I could bring the oil down from over there as well. So maybe we build out... Oh yeah, sorry. I forgot. Thank you, Kim. Anyway, so there's another oil node up there. So we could tap that down and have 1200 oil per minute coming down, which we will need all of it, because we're going to have to make plastic and rubber as well, which we should be able to do off of residual. So if we do polymer resin, we can make residual rubber and plastic. Oh, we can also make fabric. Huh. Did I know? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I did know that. All right. Maybe... What if we make it look like... like an oil derrick or something. Like... It'll end up being way too big is the problem. Because it's going to be so many power plants. So do I come out onto the water where I have a lot of room, or do I build it into... like, build it into the cliffs? Is this a common challenge in the community or something you made up? It's brand new in 1.2, Zell. Okay, good morning. With the 1.2 update, you could increase or decrease the quantity of things that you have to ship, as well as randomizing nodes and stuff. So it is something that people have started doing since that went live. Because it does require serious amounts of machinery and factories. It is not something to be done on a whim, which is not exactly what I'm doing, but I could overclock. I could overclock the refineries so that there's less of them. So then if I made 10 refineries, then I could tap both of those oil nodes. Okay. Then 250 would be 150, which means I could do 8 refine. Let's maybe do that. That will certainly shrink the amount of building we have to do. Right? Because then it's 4 each if there's 600 crude being made. Okay. That is a lot more doable than 20. So I'm also going to need manufacturers for making compacted coal, because I don't want to I don't want to have to rebuild for turbo fuel. So I just got to kind of like start building and see what happens. Where is that work? Okay. All right. It is moist out. It is quite damp. Love you. Wait. Power lines. So let's go up here to that height. Instead. That'll be on level with that coal, which we're going to tap. Then we're going to tap the sulfur that's over there. So then this building's going to come out. How much? $25 and $25. Don't like those numbers. Those are better numbers. 50, 50, 50 in assemblers. So that's gonna be $240. Overclock that to 250 is that would give me 5 assemblers. Turbo fuel. So that would give me 250 compacted coal. Alright, so we'll start with that, and then we'll adjust the amounts as we get there. You go there. You go there. Oops. Maybe 350? Or 300? If we do 300, that's 6 assemblers.
Around tugboat people.
Zara! I'm still doing something dumb, but am I on fire? Not yet. But the day is young, you know? Sarah, thank you for 62 months. That's a long time. I hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. Alright, so let me make a blueprint for assemblers, because I think this is going to be something that we'll end up using a lot. Okay. So let's go half foundations. Oh, I'm being dumb. What am I doing? Let me use 2 half foundations instead of just putting a full foundation on one side. Because I'm an idiot. I should have had more caffeine this morning. It's called aesthetics. Oh, am I gonna have the height? Okay, I am. All right. You good there? Should I do it in 5s to offset? Because getting belts up to that will be a giant pain. Oh, you know what? I should spin these around. Then I have more room to work with the splitters and stuff. Okay. Why? Do this. Okay. Not gonna leave that floating in the air. Yeah, I don't think that lines up correctly. Yeah, it doesn't. It's too low. There we go. And then over there. Oops. Okay. Now we build a frame to support that stuff. Hmm. This ends up making everything easier later on. Because then I can just slap this down once I need to use it. I didn't do a particularly good job of blueprinting during the last factory, so I really need to improve upon that. Because there's so much when you're making, we're going to need huge factories for this, number one. So when you're making huge factories, the part that really is a slog is the repetitive aspects of building and putting things together. That won't fit in, but no, okay. Let's see. That works, but it's not. What about this way? Okay. Can I get this inside? Ugh. Should have made the bigger blueprint maker. That's fine. Once we get it down, I can put pillars on the outside. So then, what's the crossbeam? Ooh. Speed kills, what's going on? Not using blueprints enough. Finally took the time to do some yesterday. I was able to put down 2,800 smelters in 10 minutes. Exactly. That's... yeah. And you can't paint these. It doesn't change their style, which is really obnoxious. But that's cool. I like that crossbeam. So we'll just do that to there. The crossbeam's new in 1.2. Then that should... nope, that's two. There we go. Yeah. Okay. No, I'll leave that until we get this in there. Though I guess that works, having it there. It's just a little too tight to the machine, I think, but... You've also been awarded a penalty kick at the Azteca. That was a crazy game, man. Smoking, what's going on? It was a ludicrous display last night. Scuzzy, I hope you have fun at Summer Games Done Quick. A little jealous. Yeah. I don't know if you saw what I posted in the sports channel. I haven't seen so many ineffective crosses in Mexico since Hernan Cortez couldn't convert the Aztecs in 1519. Okay. So now we do power structure. Like 30 Dennis Miller memes last night. That's just how it felt. Today I feel Dennis Miller. I don't think I need these ones. Oh, wait! You can daisy chain machines now. Oh my god, I forgot. I'm still gonna do the power this way. But I totally forgot you could daisy chain machines now. I just realized. Always references Chachi as some form. Okay. So we got that, so we can set these up for compacted coal once we get it built. Because compacted coal is going to be... What were we going for? 200%? Oh, that's right. Yeah, 50 per minute. right? So that's 300 per minute. Okay. Let me save this blueprint. Three over 3 assemblers. Okay. Then we got to tap that sulfur over there, get it over here to combine with this. But we're not going to need that much space for this compacted coal. Yep. You want to know what's really fun about listening to lo-fi in particular, which I listen to a lot of lo-fi, which may be part of my problem. I have a so I have PTSD, and one of my PTSD triggers, for some reason, that where my therapist has ideas as to why, but is when music winds down. Kind of like if you're old enough to have ever had a cassette player that started unspooling and like that, which happens a lot when they like down tune suddenly in like lo-fi. That is a very uncomfortable trigger for me, which makes listening to lo-fi a little bit of Russian roulette. Oh, I could bring it this way. Hold on. Ooh, piece of candy.
The effigy has no song, only echoes, but it is part of the river. Why does the effigy avoid the windows?
Attention. Your brain's operations are outside typical parameters. Time spent daydreaming will be deducted from your sustenance budget.
Alright, so let's bring... Let's bring this way. So then that's gonna be overclocked to 300, right? Okay. So then we can do a floor hole. Wait, what is... Oh, I need to do 4s. Haha. That would have been dumb. Okay, so mark 4 belts so that we can transport 300. Okay. Then we'll have the coal here. The sulfur coming from over there. Yeah, you know what? We'll go this way. Boom. Okay. So then we got to set up the splitters. This is the part that's the pain. Okay. So we'll bring the sulfur around here. So then I should be able to do... that. that. Okay. So then these go into there. And then we do the same thing here. Okay. So these are each going to give me 50 compacted coal, which are then going to go into refineries. It's a lot of refineries. 200 would be 30. I make the target 25. Is 20 per minute. Okay. What's the consumption rate on turbo fuel? It's something really obnoxious, isn't it? Like 7.5 or something. $7.5. So 4 of them would be 30. So if we get to 30, okay. Okay. So if we overclock those refineries, making turbo fuel to 160%, they're making 30 per minute. That should work, right? We can't get to 50, so if we do 30 per minute, I think we'll be able to work something out. Okay. Let's change this because I don't like how that is. Okay. All right, so that's set for that. This is going to be difficult getting everything turned on. Should be okay. but it's gonna be interesting. Need to remember a hoodie tomorrow. It's cold in there. Honestly, better than the alternative. Been in a lot of places like that where it's just sweltering. And that is not fun. Why isn't that? Oh, okay. Let's have it go. This way. Hygiene amongst gamers is good. Not sure heat would be an issue. Mm-hmm. My thoughts exactly. Oh. Oh, right. Hang on, let me redo those now that I'm not within the confines of the It's like 65? Good lord. That feels like maybe they're overcompensating for the issue. Okay, so then get rid of you. Jake, what's going on? Wear your pink era hoodie. Free promo. That's the way, Scuzzy. Can I get all the way? Can. So let's get this out of here. And we'll run the whole way, but I gotta redo these. Oh, wait, is that gonna... No. We're still good. Okay. Thought I was gonna interfere with the belt for a minute. Nerdy Knots, how's it going? Happy Monday. It's been a minute since you logged into Twitch. Well, your timing is pretty good, because I really haven't streamed much, so good to see you. Like my second or third stream in 3 or 4 months, so. All right, that should be good. I can clean up the bottom a little bit more if I need to. Did want to see. Yeah, I've been doing all right. It's summer break now, so, you know, spending most of my days with the children. Speaking of, one of them woke up a little early. Good morning. Yeah, right. You sure? Brother's still asleep? Mm-hmm. 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 Do. I'm not going to get any actual production done today, am I? Because I'm just going to spend the whole time doing this. Oh no. Oops. Okay. That just makes those look like supported. It's completely pointless. But it makes them look structural. Okay. So let me stop messing with this. We'll come back and, well, do I want to put a building around it right now? I may... Yeah, no, I'm not going to put a building around it right now. I could do this side. I may end up expanding it and adding another set of 6 if I need to. So yeah, let me get the power plant built and then we'll come back. We will come back to that. There's coal there and coal there. I've got the coal and the sulfur tapped. That's good to go. So we need to get our refineries going. And we were going to overclock those. If we max it out, we only need 4 of them per oil node. Okay. So 8 of those. The blueprint maker's not big enough to blueprint refineries until I get the Mark III one, which that's going to be a little while. If we're only going to have 8 total refineries. Well, no, it's going to be more than that because we're also going to need water to process the polymer resin that's left over. And then we're going to need a whole lot of power plants. A whole lot of fuel gens. So 8 gens, or 8 refineries. Also got the coal there, so we could do some coal power plants as well. Oh, maybe I should build those. Oh, maybe I'll do that. Because I'm trying to think of how I'm going to disconnect this and keep power going. If I tap this coal node, I can make some fuel gens, some coal gens to cover my power needs while I transition over. Let's do that. Okay. I'm gonna do blueprint again. I made on my other save, if you didn't see, I made some like basically like freestanding supports for the coal gens. Do I want to do that? I don't know. So this is 240. Takes in
Interesting. Most pioneers
15.
already had coal power set up by this point.
All right, lady. So if I overclock these, they'll take 30. If I overclock it to 200%, they'll take 30. So I would need to overclock this to 260. So that'd be wait. No, 270. So then it would be 9. 9 overclocked coal gens. Okay. Oh, let's build him. Let's have him hang off this cliff. Yeah. Oh. Okay. All right. Let's do some curves. Will that be enough? No, actually, that might not be enough room. Hang on. Do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go here. There we go. This will be funky. I think. That one didn't turn enough. What I want to do is have them, like, come out and slowly wrap around this peninsula, just in, like, flare-outs. And then we'll put some water extractors there and pipe the water up. And then we'll bring the coal up and around somehow. Somehow. I'm not sure. Maybe along the back. So we can curve it along and then split it up. Each one. Expect you not to buy a Jeep. It's a service I didn't know that he offered, but should be proud. Yeah, that'll fit. Okay. As long as we have room on the back. I don't know that this is going to get... I don't know that it's going to be as smooth around as I thought. But it should be alright. Oh, this is a coal node. Oh, I can just tap that one instead. Psh, that's way better. Good price on a Bronco Sport. Is that the little one or the big one? Is this gonna burn? There we go. That's the littler one. Seeing some 2024 Jeep models locally that haven't been sold. That's 3 model years old. Xeno, I didn't know this was a thing, but button. It's a mod anniversary. Apparently, I haven't really been keeping up with Twitch stuff, but apparently I can name a lead moderator. They get like more control and stuff. I don't really know. I didn't really pay attention to it. Anyway, hi Xeno, completely unrelated to my previous comment. Why is the lead moderator Eve? Eve does moderate me, to be fair. But I'm not a man. That is one of the main qualifications necessary. Just biblical. Anyone else fascinated by the schism? Because I know I am. Current's not here to talk about the one YouTube chat. I don't even have YouTube chat up. Hi, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm sorry. I'm not monitoring YouTube chat. You can come on by to Twitch and chat if you have important information to share with me that I will definitely listen to. What does the 100 times challenge mean? If you look up above at the phase requirements, you will notice that for phase 4, we need to ship 10,000 nuclear pasta. Which is a lot. So same as Twitch chat. That's why you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 more. The challenge does not affect milestones. No, thank God. It's an excuse to need to build massive factories. So right now we're still... we did start with like creative modifiers, so we did start in phase 4 because not having access to like coal and fuel gens is a nightmare. So we did start in phase 4. That is we initially started in phase 3. And then almost immediately changed my mind to not do that. Zunder, hello. Happy Monday, buddy. Oh, does that have to go out one more? Just to keep it mostly equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 more. So yeah, in 1.2, which is the newest update, in addition to weather patterns being added, in addition to new parts and things being added, new customizations, as well as liquid trucks have been added, as well as new vehicle pathing for vehicles, so you can lay it out like train tracks and have them drive along. And that goes for every vehicle, including the factory cart, which I did not know that you can use the factory cart to deliver stuff. I saw somebody did a challenge where they they couldn't use any belts or anything else to deliver stuff. They had to use factory carts, and there was just a million factory carts going around their factory, which was crazy. Sim, what's going on, bud? Long time no see. That's bonkers. I mean, doing 100x deliverables is bonkers, but yeah. I'm gonna do 3 ticks because the cliff is kind of turning a little more sharply. How am I? I'm alright. I'm alright. I haven't been streaming much, but I'm alright. You know? Dealing with the fact that both my kids are in high school now, which is wildly uncomfortable. I might have to put a half block on that, just for consistency on the outer edge. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Alright. What did I needed 9 of these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Una más. 3 and 7, but not high school wild. Yeah. Yeah. Daughter starts driver's ed this year. It's not good. It's not. No bueno. No bueno. I do not like the Cobra Chicken. I gotta stop watching Telemundo. I don't want to. Watching football on Telemundo is so much better. I despise American media in general, and just watching the World Cup on Telemundo just reminds me of it. Like, I might have to see if I can get like Liga MX or something. Just keep up with it, you know? It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Doo-doo-doo. Alright. I am curious how this is going to end up looking. This one is like flared out a little too far away, but I have to kind of follow the curve. I don't really have a choice. Alright. We're gonna pretty that up a bit. We're also going to starts watching telenovelas and telling us about them. We know he's watching enough Telemundo. Okay. Well, that'll be kind of cool. That wasn't my plan when we started. So now I have to make water extractors for these, because these are going to be overclocked. So, because they're going to be taking in 30? What did I say? Someone write down the things that I say so that when we come back to it, we know what I'm talking about. Because I never remember what I'm talking about. Sounds like a lead moderator's job. Don't push it. $260? No, wait. That's... No, 270. That's right. I remember now. It's like, why did I make 9 of them? Because 30 times 9 is 270. Okay. So then these are getting overclocked to 200% to use 30 coal. Okay. Alright, so that's going to come down. We'll run a belt from a splitter here. Wait, did that one mess up? No, okay. Curve. You have questions? Sure. That's pretty normal, Pat. I gotta be honest. If at some point you didn't have questions, then I'd be worried. You know? Let me be perfectly clear. At no point was there appreciation. Happy Monday, bud. Okay. Speaking of, mix up the jar of dad joke ties. The last one was not even a joke. So I told a joke about a roof once. It went over their heads. Anyway. Where do I file for a refund? That's the thing, you don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So off of this one. What I'm gonna do is off of this one. I'm gonna make an extractor island thing. Maybe. Ash, how's it going? I saw a build that had God, is it the same song? Shuffle, you're killing me. Alright. So I saw this build where there was a central little island, and then the water extractors were stacked around it, and then they all piped up through the center of it and out. And I kind of want to replicate that. I think I have a picture of it somewhere. I think I saved a picture of it somewhere. No? That's not showing. Never mind. I forgot Discord's set to not show. Anyway, I'll post the image in Streaming Talk on Discord if you want to see the inspiration for what I'm going to do with these water extractors. Vaguely. It ain't going to look that good. At all. It is not going to look anything like that. Well, it didn't go underwater. Or did it? No, it didn't. There we go.
Creepy stream because my dad's a little.
Wow. Yeah, they were saying today was the day. Is it bad? My understanding is it's bad. 3,200. Something needs to happen. Like, something needs to happen. For some reason, and listen, okay, I'm gonna rant for a second. So let's do a comparison, okay? Video games and gaming is an entertainment industry, okay? right? So the easiest comparison to an entertainment industry would be movies, TV. How many times do you see on the news that entire studios have been shuttered in the entertainment business? How many times have you seen like thousands and thousands of layoffs in the entertainment industry? It doesn't really happen. It did happen recently with VFX artists, but I think that's because they are considered part of the video game industry and not really actually part of movie making and TV making. The disrespect, like, there is no respect for institutional knowledge in video games, in that industry. There is no respect for the people in that industry. They are seen as, like, the industry is seen as a joke. It's seen as like a money-making thing where you can just and kick all those peoples out. And it's because there's a couple, but there are no really strong unions that represent the video game industry as a whole. And that is slowly changing. But if you look at a company like Rockstar, who, when their employees tried to unionize in the UK, just fired them all and are still fighting that fight. And there's not enough money in like the unions to back that kind of action. So then people's lives are being ruined while they're trying to fight for the future of other people. And there is no respect for the people and the institution of video games making in the same aspect as there is for other entertainment industries. And it's really, really, really frustrating, because I know a lot of people that work in the industry and they all want out. They can't take it anymore. They can't take like not knowing what the next thing is going to be. They can't take like being excited about finally shipping something they've been working on for 5 or 7 years and then going, this means I'm probably going to lose my job. It's insane to me. It is insane to me. And like, you'll see these like people talk on social media who are like, well, just start an independent studio. That is hard. And it takes so much money to get off the ground, and that you can't live off of ramen noodles when you have a family. You can't do that stuff. And they point to, you know, like little indie games like Getting Over It and the Chameleon one that just came out, and saying like, oh, that was made by like 2 people and, you know, it cost them $200,000 and it just sold like 20 million copies. Like, that is like that's winning a scratcher. That's a lottery ticket. That's not something that can be replicated, because if it was, then the bigger companies would do it. But when stuff like the Xbox layoffs and stuff like closing down Destiny 2 and laying off people at Bungie, like, do you understand that you're setting back the entire industry by decades? You're undermining the future of your company and every other company out there through this process. It's as soon as investment companies got involved in video games, as soon as shareholders started having a louder voice than producers and game directors, it became more about money and less about people. And that needs to change. There are vanishingly few independent studios and independent productions anymore. It's so bad. Like, we are on the cusp, and it's not just the video game industry, but we are on the cusp of collapse because of it. It is so infuriating. It is absolutely maddening. I thought it was going to be, I was anticipating like 500 to 800 people. 3,200 people. Like, Do you understand? The video game industry, over the course of the last 2 years, has laid off like 60% of the job force. Any other industry, that would be a death knell. That would be the front page news of every paper in the world, where one industry laid off 60% of its entire workforce over the course of 24 months. Speedrunning the end of all hobbies. Pretty much. Leyland, what's going on? It's really frustrating. It's an incredibly frustrating time to be alive. And I know, like, y'all come here to get away from that stuff. And I apologize. But, man, it is just infuriating. A cyber deck with real VR? Yeah. Right there with you. Build a snowman or just a flake? This is going to be water extractors, but it is a snowflake. It's an asterisk. I was going to make it pretty, and then... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is enough. Well, 7. 7 should be enough to carry water for these, right? I was going to make it pretty, and then I got involved. Let's go one more. But not that one. That's going to be our outbound. Okay, let's see if this will even work. Ooh. Ooh.
That may indeed be water. Try submerging your arm. If it does not dissolve, that will narrow down the range of possibilities. Or you could just
Oh, come on.
powered generator and see what happens.
Go one more. Halfway through in spaghetti again. I really won't be able to do that this time because we're doing 100x challenge, Leland. So if you look at what we have to ship for phase 4 up in the corner there, it is several items. It's one of the things that was added in 1.2 is you can increase the shipping modifier. We're also running power requirements at half. I think. It's a 0.5 power modifier. Yeah, so we're doing all random, all pure. And then 100x shipping requirements. And then we started in phase 4. So like jumped ahead to phase 4 so that, because 100x shipping requirements on biofuel was probably gonna make me jump off a bridge. So I'm also not doing the global grid because I don't care. Also, daisy chaining machines together. Amazing. Okay. So now I have to figure out how I'm going to bring all these together. So it's going to go this way. So what we'll do is this. No. All right, so there's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll do 3 over 4. Oh, no, wait. I can do it in the middle. Okay. So then we want that to come in. So could just mirror that. Okay. Wait, where's the pipeline swatch? Alright, so then... you go to that one? No. Alright, wall hole. That does have to go up a little. Okay. Right on the seam of the two. Yes. Okay. And then we can hide the pipes inside this structure. Or the pumps inside the structure. So we'll do those 4. So these 3 are going to go to these back 3. Thank you for the lurk, Smoking. We're going to have to bring these in. There we go. That one I'll have to change, but that's okay. Nice. 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 Butte. Okay. Jovial, what's going on? Spiraling towards insomnia again? I'm sorry. That is the worst. Okay. So that's putting out 120 per minute. I forget what the consumption is on these. But we're going to be... Consumption is 90. Okay. So I need 810. These are 120. $840. Beautiful. Okay. Had so much to do today that I just went and played games for the last 8 hours. Yes. That's totally normal, Leland. Don't feel bad. Why won't you go on? Eh? I wonder. Not actually awful. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, maybe Chrome? Yeah, that actually doesn't look terrible. Okay. I need you to be slightly different. I want to use big ones for a reason. Because I want to put vents on them. Hmm. I don't know. There we go. Me. Hey, how's it going? Things are happening on YouTube. The one day I don't actually open YouTube chat. Oh well. Are they good things? If things are happening over there, they're almost certainly not. That's fairly assured. Asked a question and offered a suggestion. Wow. Apologies to the YouTube today. Why won't you just come down the way I want you to? He's supposed to be dead. Perfect. Murph, what's going on? Alright, I'll come back to figure out how to close this in. I may end up doing this, and then yeah, I don't know. Counted all your potted plants today and shouldn't have done that. Uncomfortable realizations. That's like when I started tracking my reading. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Maybe do this. How does one cosplay as themselves? Play crazy man with a chainsaw? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure, champ. do. Okay. So then I'm gonna have to break these off. This center one. I gotta figure out how to route these. Do. Probably floor holes. I like how the plan that I had for what I was going to do in this build had nothing to do with doing coal plants. And here we are. It's game chops. I don't know. It's Bob on Battlefield. On piano. A very tiny artist from Hawaii. There you go. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait a minute. I've only got 7 lines coming out, but I've got 9 gens. So I am going to have to split. Yeah, it can only hold 50. Maybe I'll just... I really don't want to overclock these all to 180. That would just make things easier. There's enough water here to carry. But I gotta get 7 to 9. Hmm. Peachy, how's it going? Oh, hi, Paint. You're too busy being helpful about YouTube? Sure, champ. Maybe we'll go make those metal. Yeah. Alright. I'll probably add a couple more of those. So sick of you already. Why are you back? It's a great question. In 2.5 hours? I should probably... Wait, what time is it? Oh, it's 10:30. Well, that's uncomfortable. So if these are 90... 9180. I need 360. Which is 3 pipes going that way. Let's do... The Oprah of gold stars. It's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Whoa, 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 whoa. I guess we could just do that. The Oprah of literal trauma. Probably more accurate. There's 4 that way, right? Okay. So pretty much 1 into this one, 3 going that way, and 3 going that way, right? Because 3 would be 360. And And that would be 90, 180, 360. Yeah, okay. So if I do... that one? No. Why not both? Oh, that's why I needed those there. Right. So let's go... there. Oh, there we go. Ew, right. Why? Pipes are really annoying sometimes. No. Why? What? There we go. Good Lord. Yeah, and that's not going to be great. Okay. That needs to be lower? Yeah. If we do that, then we can do that. Actually, let's just do this. Okay. You come to here. Okay, maybe not. There we go. All right, that's 3 going that way. All pure nodes, yes. All random, all pure. More, what's going on? Oh, it is filling. Okay. I didn't know if the pump would carry that high, but apparently it does. Okay. So then... gotta redo these. Okay. Redo these. Did I just? Yes, I did. What's the difference in the pipes you're selecting? The way that they connect. So there's normal, noodle, curved, straight, and horizontal to vertical. So horizontal to vertical tries to go as far horizontally as it can before it then goes vertical. So it creates better step-ups, cleaner step-ups, versus curved, and noodle, which just, you know, kind of wrap around. I wonder if this would be better. Yeah, that looks a little better. Overcomplicating connections. It's more about appearance than anything else. Okay. However the pipe goes, it goes. I mean, that's what normal mode is, so. I just realized I'm gonna need... I'm gonna need to split some. You know what? If I overclock 2 of these, I'll be okay. Yeah, that's what I'll do, is I'll overclock 2 of them. Then we'll be alright. Okay. Would this look better with noodle? Just an awkward angle. Does look a little better with noodle. Doesn't get that weird little kink in it. Just smoother. Saw somebody make a conveyor belt tornado and it crashed the game. We could do that. Well, I mean, we did make a train that that did that. Yeah, so I gotta... No. Don't have to. So we can just put you here. Then we do horizontal to vertical. There. I mean... Do you see what we're doing right now, babe? This is temporary coal plants just so that I have power that I can build my fuel plants with. The entire purpose of this playthrough is not to beat the game, because I already did that. Been there, done that. The purpose of this playthrough is to build stuff that's fun and neat. And weird. And unnecessary. Shrines to excessive opulence. Mine's more gonna be shrines to hubris, if we're honest. If we're completely honest with ourselves. Alright, so that bottom line, which is that one, which is that one, which is this one, needs to go to 180. Now we finish building out this side of it. Iridan did some temporary DIY about 10 years ago. It's still temporary. I mean, yeah. Does this mean the cults from Planet Zoo are back? We should play some Planet Zoo. When does, when's Planet Zoo 2 come out? When does Planet Zoo 2 come out? October 13th. Yeah. Oh, that's not far enough over. There we go. Noodle. Noodle. Okay. So then this one, which is that guy. Jonah, what's going on, buddy? Happy Monday. Okay. We got our water pumps, pipes. We gotta wire these. Get that guy turned on. Fully caffeinated. I've had 6 ounces of coffee today. I've been cutting back because it turns out in order to combat aggressive anxiety, loading yourself up on like 50 ounces of caffeine every morning isn't helpful. I have one espresso in the morning. Duh. I mean... you say it like it's a simple thing. It's not a simple thing. Knowing it... knowing it and accepting it. Yeah. It's simple, not easy. Alright, coal's loading up. They're kicking on. Bing, 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 bing. This was so dumb. I am happy with how it turned out. Still gotta, like, clean it up, put some finishing touches, get all that supported and whatnot. But the coal gens, they are on. You know, I think I'm going to bump up the OC on this. Because there's no reason not to. It'll just overproduce. Shouldn't have caffeine after 1. I mean, that's highly dependent on how your body handles caffeine. Everybody's a little bit different. But that was also part of my problem. Like, a big part of my insomnia is, like, I've been trying to find a decaf tea that I enjoy. I've gone through a lot of different teas. One of the biggest issues with, like, I don't know, just like buying tea at like supermarkets in America is like, I'm not a huge fan of like twinnings or a lot of the teas on offer, so I've been kind of hunting to try to find a nice decaf tea. All right, it's almost 11 o'clock. I have to go. Make loose leaf? No, because like that's the other thing, is like all my good like tea stuff, like my diffusers and all that stuff is in storage. And I don't know where in storage. I don't even know what's in storage anymore. I've had that stuff in storage for 5 years. I don't even know what's in there. Like, I know the vast majority of my board games are in there. I know all my tools are in there. My lawnmower is probably completely shot at this point. Same thing with like my leaf blower and my weed whacker and all my anything. All of my small engine stuff they're probably ruined because I didn't winterize them or anything. We were just putting them in storage for a month. So I didn't winterize them or anything. I was just going to pull them right back out. Whoa. Anyway. Yeah, we can get Yorkshire. It's fine. I think I don't know. Mower probably just needs its carburetor. Yeah, I know how. I just don't want to do it. Like, it's frustrating. Anyway, not get more irritated today. Yeah, like I can't even pull the stuff out of storage right now, so it doesn't even matter. Like, we've thought about just getting a 30-yard dumpster and just throwing stuff in storage out, because clearly we don't need it. Like, there's some stuff that's in there, like our fine china. Like, eventually we'll probably use that. My board games and stuff. But, like, there are boxes and boxes and boxes of, like, my kids' toys. Because, like, my kids were 9 and 10 when we moved into this apartment. So, like, they could each pack a box, a big moving box of like their favorite toys that they wanted to have in the apartment. The rest of their toys went into storage. They are now 14 and 15. They have no desire for any of the toys that are in there. So like we got to go through that and like donate all those and like. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to make a save. And go grocery shopping before it absolutely pours again. So all right, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I don't know if I'll be back on this week. It's a possibility towards the end of the week. My therapist wasn't available in the morning on Thursday, so I don't have therapy till later in the afternoon, so I might hop on that day. I'm not really going to commit to anything. If I feel like doing it, kind of like today, then I'll do it. We should be getting back to a normal streaming schedule, as I've said a couple times, and I'll continue to repeat every time I pop on. We should be getting back to a normal streaming schedule come the fall. Once my kids get back into school, we'll look at doing a normal stream schedule again, because their schedule in the fall is going to be a lot easier since they're both going to be in high school, and it'll be much simpler than everything we've had going on for the last couple of years. So have a fantastic rest of your Monday, everybody. I will see you bright and early next time whenever I get around that. So. Ship Graveyard Simulator looks like a water-based hard space ship breaker. Those simulator games, it's very, very iffy whether or not they'll make me super motion sick. So most of the games use that same engine, and that engine, like Power Wash Sim, I can't play those games for more than 30 seconds. I immediately get nauseous. All right, have a fantastic rest of your Monday, everybody. I'll see you next time. Until then, as always, as ever, remember, be good to each other. Bye, everybody.